So, sorry about the lighting. I kind of live off grid. So, no electricity and like just candles. Not that you need to see me. But, um, quick thought for this evening in regard to animal activism. Often, when you tell people that you are a vegan or it comes up why you fight for animal rights or why you're an activist or why you're sharing horrific slaughterhouse videos instead of fighting for humans. It's almost never people asking what made you interested in helping animals. That's fantastic. It's usually more of, well, if you're going to put in effort, how come you don't do it for your own species? How come you don't help people the way you help animals? Well, first of all, with attitudes like that, I mean, shit, humans are selfish enough. They've obviously got themselves taken care of. Who the fuck is going to fight for the animals? And let me just, put out some very stark differences you don't need to be a fucking rocket scientist to figure out. One, animals, well, for the most part, do not have opposable thumbs. They can't do many of the things that we could do. For example, not to say that, again, you can't exactly compare, and this is probably a rough example, but you go to China or Korea and they're hog-tying dogs the same way we do cows and pigs, so I don't want to hear you bitch if you're still not vegan. And if you have opposable thumbs and hands, you can kind of fight your way out of certain situations. Not all the time, again, I'm sure there are absolutely examples otherwise, but humans have ways of fighting back that animals just don't. What is a dog gonna do? I mean, he can't untie himself. He can't try to break free. There aren't other dogs standing up for the dog that's being hogtied, right? And also, we have voices. We can communicate. We can speak. Even, and I'll say this as a victim of sexual assault myself, no matter how horrific my experience may have been, not only did I survive instead of being on a slaughterhouse floor or stuck in a boiling pot of water, not only did I survive, but I can speak. I can speak up for myself. I can stand up for myself if I choose to. And everybody has that choice. So to sit there and say, well, how come you don't stick up for people the way you do for dogs and animals? Because animals can't stick up for themselves or defend themselves in the way that humans already can and blatantly do. And also, the only time you see animals attacking other animals in the wild is generally for food. They don't have grocery stores. You do. So, you can't also say, you don't see animals just abusing other animals for the fun of it, generally. You'll definitely see people committing atrocious acts of animal cruelty all the time. Every part of the country. Every part of the world, really. I mean, it's just a cultural difference about what kind of cruelty goes on and what kinds of animals are killed and what kinds of animals are bred to be used. But, it really kind of chafes my ass that instead of just thinking, well, that's great that you're doing something nice and active in the world, it's, well, why aren't you sticking up for your own kind? And I get it, for certain people who have not actually thought this out, whatever, it may be a natural question, but, there's at least my 2 cents on it, and that's how I feel. Unapologetically, mind you. If the world were considerably shorter on humans and had more animals, I'd be okay with that. I'm not gonna cry. In fact, I do stand up for human rights and activist work as much as I do for animals, but I'm much more vocal about what I do for the animals because they're the ones who really need the help. They're the ones who don't have as many people pulling in their corner. Yet, anyway. So, there's that. Hope that answers that and kind of clears the air so I don't have to keep getting asked.